Hi, this is Niraj, aka the Renegade Pharmacist. This video, I'm going to show you how to make another trillion count probiotic from the comfort of your own home. It's super cheap to make too. Now, the reason I'm really into probiotics is because I had a chronic illness several years ago and I found that probiotics were an amazing way for me to heal this issue I had in my gut. Because I had ulcerative colitis, and a big part of the problem with colitis is that you get this overgrowth of bacteria that messes up your ecosystem, your natural flora of gut bacteria. And when you kind of cleanse your system out and fill it with really nice, good, beneficial bacteria, which is really important for the immune system, metabolism and digestion, you can actually reverse the symptoms of ulcerative colitis. And it really benefited me going through that journey. So I'm really passionate now about sharing what I've known with other people who may be suffering from gut issues, or just people who want to get more well-being in their life, okay? And I think that probiotics is an essential part of the diet. Everyone should be taking them, but most people go out to the high street and look for high street probiotics, and they have like about 20, 40 billion bacteria in them, okay? Now, considering we actually have like 10 to 1 bacterial cells to human cells, so we're actually outnumbered by bacteria, okay? And most of this bacteria is really beneficial and good for us, okay? And it works in harmony and symbiotically with our various life functions, okay? We're talking like trillions of bacteria on the human body and in the body. So having a bacterial count of just 20 billion isn't really going to make much impact. You're going to have large doses of that stuff, and it's going to start becoming very expensive. In fact, the only probiotic on the market that actually has peer-reviewed studies that proves that it actually works for reversing things like ulcerative colitis and putting you into remission, okay, is this probiotic called VSL3, which has 450 billion per sachet of the stuff, and you need to take like mega doses of it, okay, still, and it can amount to like a lot of money each month that you have to shelve out. So I was on the search for how do I get probiotics that are more effective for a lower price, and that's when I started to find and discover that actually it's much easier and simpler than you think. In fact, all you need is a cabbage, okay, and a few other ingredients that I'm going to talk about. And raw sauerkraut, okay, is a traditional food that's made from fermented cabbage. It's known as sour cabbage in the Eastern European cultures and also the Germanic cultures. And what it is basically it's fermented cabbage that becomes very rich in lactic acid fermented bacteria, okay? And these probiotics are very good for you. And those cultures that have this traditionally in their diet, they tend to live the longest, okay? It's just the correlation between people who have a lot of fermented foods in their diet and longevity. It's very obvious and apparent, and you can go and check out and do the research yourself to show that. So this recipe with raw sauerkraut is so simple, so easy to make, and it's really cheap because all you need is a cabbage, okay, and some ginger. All right, I like to just use like a little slab of ginger, about that much, okay, and a carrot, okay. Actually, the carrot isn't even essential, the ginger's not even essential, all right. These are just there for flavoring, and I've got a whole bag of carrots here, but actually we only need one, all right, for this. And we need salt, okay, sea salt, all right. The sea salt is what helps with the fermenting process, okay. So it's really essential that we have the sea salt and the cabbage. They're the two main active ingredients for this, okay? The others are just for flavoring, okay? But ginger has so much health benefits, all right? It's anti-inflammatory, it's very good for your digestive system. There's just so many for me to mention in this video. That's gonna add more benefits to this raw sauerkraut combination. And carrot as well is full of nutrients, okay? It's very nutritious. All right, lots of vitamin A, beta carotene, and cabbage itself is very rich in minerals. It's rich in iron. It's rich in vitamin K, okay, and A and B, So cabbage itself is very, very nutritious, okay? So this is actually a very nutritious meal that's packed in probiotics, okay? And you can have it as part of your meal, you can have it on the side, and it's just gonna give you lots and lots of goodness. All right, so this is how we make it. So first step, what we're gonna do is we're going to peel off the big green bit, okay? The leaf that is surrounding the cabbage. And we want to keep a bit of this actually for later, it's quite important, all right? It's going to be like the seal, all right? So I'm going to take this off, keep a little bit for the seal. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to shred it. Is we're just going to take this cabbage and put it in a big bowl.
That's one carrot, is it?
Oh yes. Well, it's a miniature grater, so it makes everything smaller. So now what we need is 2 tablespoons of freshly ground sea salt. We're going to add that to our cabbage. There you go. So we're going to use about this much ginger and then grate that up and stick it into our mixture too. So now here comes the fun bit. Now we need to massage this stuff all together like this, just like really get in there, give it a good massage or a massage, however you want to pronounce it. You know, right in there, like knead it. And you'll find the salt will start actually bringing out some of the liquid, the brine, which is like a salt solution. So really like massage it until it starts getting like liquidy. You could also like just leave this now for 45 minutes to an hour and it will reduce down itself even more and more water will come out. Or you can just keep continuously kneading it and that will just give you enough of the liquid that you need for the sauerkraut. So now we're going to transfer our mixture over to the kilner jar. Alright. Plonk. You really want to like make sure it's packed down as well, push it down so there's like as little air between each of the pieces as possible. Yeah. Yay. It's so cute. No.
Just here comes the cat with some more healthy bacteria to add.
Yes. Yep. So I'm just going to pour the last bit in. Alright, make sure it's all in there. There you go. We're just going to knead it down a bit. So final bit, we're going to take our cabbage leaf that we had before, alright, that we took off at the start, and we're going to actually seal it now, alright. So we can put that on top. And make sure, let's try and cut it out a bit so it fits nicely. Good, nice fit. Now, what that little piece of cabbage on top will do is prevent any of the cabbage that we want to ferment from coming up to the surface and getting exposure from the air, which will actually make it mold rather than ferment, okay? So that will keep everything nicely packed in. And then we just nicely seal it. There we go. That's why I like to use kilner jars, because they're nice and airtight. All right, that's going to seal it. Let's store this away at room temperature for about 4 to 7 days, and that will allow the cabbage to ferment, okay, and create the raw sauerkraut. And this will last for months, okay, literally months, without going off, because the brine, the salt, preserves it naturally. All right, and there you go. That is going to be a trillion count plus probiotic that you can make at home, and it's really rich in the kind of bacteria that your digestive system really loves, okay, and thrives on. There you go.